fielder, Bailey Ridgway, able to come in and get that one off one hop, but had no real chance to get it. Just hit it in no man's land. That's going to be enough to drive the runner in, but they do hold that to a single.
Yeah, exactly right. And next up is going to be Huggins. First pitch, ball high. 1-0 count here to Braden Huggins with Naylor on first base. Naylor's got some speed. Pick off to first.
Called safe, but close over there.
Yeah, that was a close pickoff there. Naylor almost caught sleeping there. After that pickoff, see if he's getting a bigger lead there, and he's going. And it's called strike. And he's going to go to third. Throw coming into third. He's got him.
Got him.
And that's going to be the top of the first. With your score, Pikeview 1, James Monroe coming to bat.
Naylor was almost able to avoid that tag with a little bit of hopping magic, but he was able to get him just on the inside of his knee. Get that third out. So we're going to take a quick break and be right back.
Air Supply Heating and Cooling is the area's only Amana dealer offering full service, repairs, maintenance, and installs. Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty and a one-time unit replacement. Air Supply also offers after-hours repair service. Call today for a free estimate.
R.T. Rogers Oil Company and Precision Delivery have many kind and knowledgeable long-term employees in our Hinton office who account for transactions and dispatch fuel and explain and educate about our many products, such as our wall heaters and also our fireplace logs, which are designed for residential space heating, and we also have Rinnai tankless water heaters available. We provide many different types of fuel storage tanks along with an experienced and trained crew that will be installing them. We will then make safe and timely deliveries to these storage tanks. Our long-term employees make deliveries and also install HVAC units and install generators, while Precision Delivery transports fuel in 6 states. So, call us for a quote or delivery.
GNC Flooring, specializing in hardwood and laminate. We offer existing floor sanding and refinishing and free estimates. Call 304-646-1031.
And we're back here, bottom of the first inning, as the Panthers lead 1-0 on a 2-out single by Eli Naylor. And now Naylor will toe the rubber. Carson Cohen stepping in for the Mavericks here. First pitch, swung on a miss, strike one.
Cohen going to be one of the more experienced players on this roster.
Next pitch here from Naylor, going to be fouled off, strike two. And as I was telling you, Eli Naylor, there's a lot of strikes. So Mavericks need to be aggressive, need to be ready to hit here. 0-2 count, wind and fire. And it's going to be called a ball. Off-speed pitch there by Naylor. trying to get Cohen to reach, and Carson being a little picky there. We got a 1-2 count here. And it's going to be fouled off here.
Use one of those two-piece composite bats, and they just make a different sound even when you get a piece of them.
Yeah, definitely. You still got a 1-2 count here. As a leadoff hitter, you want to work the count. You want to get as many pitches as possible. And the pitch here going to be high, ball 2. So Cohen was down 0-2 after 2 pitches, and now he's back to 2-2, and that's 5 pitches already Cohen's seen. So that's what you got to do, is you got to work the pitcher here as the leadoff batter. Naylor has the sign, winds and fires, and it's going to be ball 3 as he was about to chase that off speed. And check there from the home plate umpire to the field umpire. Did not go. Full count still. Wind up and the pitch to Cohen. That's going to be popped up, and that's going to be out of play, foul ball. Still full count here. As I said, Boomer, as a leadoff hitter, you got to work the count, got to see as many pitches, and he's going to see pitch number 8 here. Wind up and the pitch, and swung on and missed. Strike 3. But good at bat there for the leadoff hitter, Cohen. Next to the plate is going to be the shortstop, Peyton Gardenier. And Naylor looking up as the sign, winds and fires. And Gardenier is going to be hit by a pitch. And Mavericks have their first base runner here tonight. Now coming to the plate, going to be the pitcher, Caden Hines. Gardenier on first after the hit by pitch. Naylor looking in to Tolliver, has the sign, winds and fires. And it's going to be called ball 1 outside. Naylor looking in to Tolliver here. Pick off to first base, and he'll be back in there safe. Diving in back to first is Gardenier. 1-0 count here to the third batter for the Mavericks, Caden Hines. Naylor winds and fires. That's going to be called ball 2. 2-0 count here on the number 3 hitter, Hines, with Gardenier at first base, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Ball hit down the line. That's going to be a base hit for Hines. 2-0 count, and he laces one to left field for a base hit.
Hines going to give the Mavericks their first base runner here. He does it with 1 out.
Yeah, and that was on a 2-0 count, so he was looking fastball, got fastball, and done what he needed to do with it. And, you know, like we talked about in the pregame, new players in new positions, Cameron Chrislett batting in the cleanup spot here.
Mm-hmm.
First pitch is going to be taken ball 1. Runner on first and second for the Mavericks. Gardenier at second, Hines at first. Pitch by Naylor, inside ball 2. So we got a 2-0 count here again. Naylor has the sign. Winds and fires, and that's going to be ball 3. 3-0 count here on Cameron Chrislett with Bailey Ridgway on deck. Gardenier, Hines off second and first. Pitch from Naylor. And that's going to be ball 4. 4-pitch walk there by Naylor. And Cameron Crislip will be on to load the bases for the right fielder, Bailey Ridgway.
I said K9 was the first base runner. The second base runner, Gardner was on in front.
And the first pitch is going to be taking ball one. And head coach for the Panthers, Josh Wyatt's going to have a mound visit here.
Yeah, he's going to come out here 1 out. Runners have the bases loaded now.
Yeah,
you got some speed here. You got Gardner up on third. You've got Caden Hines on second.
And you've got a speedster at first in Grizzlet. So if you definitely hit that ball in the gap, you might score 3 right here.
Yeah, so Bailey Ridgway, with 1 out, has a chance to really put a dent into this early game.
You know, I mean, me and you coach baseball, and coming from experience, I can guarantee you what that's being talked about on the mound right there. That's a true freshman making his first high school pitching start. Probably just tell him calm the nerves down, throw strikes, got defense behind you, let him do the work. And the mound visit there is over. So we will get back to play here with Ridgway at the plate, and that is Bailey Ridgway. 1-0 count here. Bases loaded. Gardner at third, Hines at second, Crislett at first. The pitch by Naylor, and that's going to be ball 2. So that's going to be a 2-0 count here on Ridgway. Pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball. Oh, what a play!
Everybody had to get back. Oh, man, that ball just hit like a rocket ship right to Bryson Bailey playing. Sorry, not Bryson Bailey. It was hit right to Drew Damewood. And he reached out, snagged that thing, and he looked up to third base trying to get that out. If he'd have looked to second, Caden Hines was almost ready to jump over him.
He had a double play right there, no doubt. So now batting is going to be the catcher, Levi Taylor.
Yeah, so that goes from a great opportunity to a risky set of business here. You've got 2 outs now. Haven't got anybody across. You got the bases loaded. You have a real opportunity to strand everybody here if you can't find a gap somewhere.
Yeah, that was definitely a 2-run saving diving catch right there at least.
Caden Hines was almost at third base.
Yeah. I couldn't tell where Crislip was, but, yeah, I definitely looked up and seen Caden Hines almost giving him a high five there at third base. And we got a little bit of a conference here. And we're having a little bit of conversation here. I think we might have a little bit of a conference here on if it's a balk or not.
Okay, yeah, they've been down here talking about it for a little while.
Because if you watch Eli Naylor, his windup and his stretch are almost the same.
To be honest with you, I don't really know what's going on right now. We got another mound visit going on. You're limited to, 3, I believe, in a game before you've got to change pitchers?
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're talking about. They're talking about the same. I mean, from his windup and his stretch, it is almost the exact same thing.
Yeah, there's some question there. The difference in the windup and the stretch comes from basically the placement of that foot on the rubber. Needs to be perpendicular when you're coming out of a stretch parallel when you're coming out of a stretch and perpendicular on the rubber when you're coming out of that full windup.
And so now we're about to get back to play here. We've got bases loaded, 2 outs, and the freshman Levi Taylor stepping in. First pitch here from Naylor, and it's going to be fouled off. Strike 1.
Just a little early on that one, rolled it around, sent it right back here toward the home side dugout.
I think it is. Taylor's definitely ready to hit. 0-1 count here. Naylor looks into Tolliver for the sign, has the sign, winds and fires, and that's going to be fouled off. Strike 2.
Down to his last strike. He's in swing mode right now. He's cut on the first 2, just a little off on the timing. If he can get a piece of one, he's got a big gap over here in left center field.
Wind and fire. You got to watch for the off-speed pitch, and there it is.
He just reached out, and that's going to clear the bases. Mavericks load it, but can't get anybody across, and they're going to head into this second inning trailing 1-0.